It's Baltimore. Let's go, Lamar Jackson. New cover of man.
Too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit.
12-2 against 10-4. Yes, the Browns are 12-2. Wow, he's got 36 touchdowns. Only got like 19.
NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half.
No weather.
But it's time
Let's rock and roll.
for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our...
Ooh, I get the ball. Okay.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield, the second-year quarterback from Oklahoma, will pilot this offense as the Browns get set for their first drive.
The best back in the league back there. That's why he had 19-9.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year. It's Nick Chubb. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Oh, look at that.
First down and much more.
Give me some of that.
And all the way in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games.
I'll drive right down, score.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard.
It's time to win this game.
Gets around him, fights off the defender.
Get ready for the playoffs.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season.
I already don't like how
I need a spy. Doesn't go to sleep and already have that balance keep up with him.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December. I think it's going to take 8 quarters for him to truly have consideration. 10 yards.
I don't know how many times my dude's missing tackles, getting shook.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
You know, it's a dinking.
And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Watch.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first
Wide
down.
open. They should have threw it to him. That's what I'm talking about. Denzel. Hey, he didn't touch me.
Denzel Ward.
That's a bad play.
Set up shop at their
Yeah, it was tight end. Wide open.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I don't know if he touched him, but whatever.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
No, I don't want to run play action.
Doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
OBJ?
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield.
Oh!
Incomplete. He had his hands
I thought that was going to keep going.
But it's now 4th
Guess I need
down.
another playbook.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that wasn't a way to take advantage of a turnover.
Picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help and still get to the playoffs.
No pressure.
That? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
So comebacks, man. It's all in runs. Short, quick stuff.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when
they're off that, he ain't got to worry about no pressure, even on a blitz.
To hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson on 1st down.
Spun right into him.
He's got it to Ingram, complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, this is how you share the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
3rd and 8.
Jackson will throw again. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to
keep like 5 passes and got 2 yards.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Whoa. Come on, it's Stover. You know he's got the leg.
This has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the score will stay right where it is.
I'll take it.
This is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce enough to win.
Exactly right. It's a elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because It's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra, even when they're kicking it for 60+.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield.
Dude, there's nobody open. But guess what? I'll just take off
Forced
from
out to
here.
his left.
Look, Lamar ain't the only one.
Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
They get the drop.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Had that one big
That's
run.
going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
All right, Hoop. Trying to get this tight end involved.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing
One
down
pass.
on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, my gosh.
Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Oh, I didn't want to run, man.
Hard to believe, but the regular season's starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings from Minneapolis.
Keep trying to give me a chance to get
the
2
last
scores
run got
on.
9. That leaves them with 2nd
I just keep
and a
giving it
yard.
back to me.
Jackson now. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
He's completed 9 passes for
It's a pickup
58
of
yards.
11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence, Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Jackson on first down.
Oh,
and that'll be incomplete.
That's on them, man, on me. Legal man downfield.
Penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass? What?
So the contact came.
Hold up.
And the flag is
Hold up.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these.
Pass interference. Get back over to Miles. Back over. And we gonna be alright. Let's see. I'm getting blocked. The running back runs into his guy. I let off the block. The ball hits him in the head. And they're calling pass interference on me? Yo, man.
They have such great body
I know you got the
control,
NFL cornered.
In this case, as you described,
But you got to step up the game, man.
These
Garbage calls.
This is Ingram on first and 10.
Shoot the crap out of me.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
there we go.
Nowhere to escape.
There you go, Sheldon.
The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Here's Jackson to throw.
There you go, Miles.
He's going to go down again.
I'm out.
Now the Browns
He got a nice hit on it,
first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10.
Come on, why don't you juke?
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over.
All right,
first and
24. 2 timeouts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half.
Who's
Time
over
to try
there?
to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Oh,
whenever
okay,
you get
Hooper.
an opportunity.
Okay,
You can
okay.
never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 2nd and inches after that
Taylor,
first down
like,
completion
pressure.
went just shy of the marker.
Oh, whoa.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Mayfield with it once more.
Somebody
Did you
get
see that
open.
route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy. Deep
Dude.
down. He came underneath on the drag.
Come on.
Completed it very well.
2 o'clock.
Looked like he had a couple of different
Yeah, 2
options as far as
timeouts.
who to throw to on that play.
Yeah, 2
And
o'clock.
Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
Garbage
That's why
call
those
is that,
quarterbacks who make quick
Stefanski.
decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw.
They are really dropping it.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Incomplete. Didn't get involved.
With a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh,
Meanwhile, a pass that
should have been another pick.
intercepted, but
Dude, they
it
are
winds
legit
up
just
falling
dropping.
incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time.
Everyone
and
back.
It's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again.
Dropping him back.
Here's
Dropping
Mayfield.
him back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout
Should
defensively.
freaking go
so
for it.
4th
Just
down coming up. They go ahead and burn it.
not gonna take a
and
chance.
say we'll see what happens. Here's Jamie Gillen down. As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
Man.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem.
Dropping everyone
Let's do
back
it.
on me.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action
First drive,
here in
went down
quarter
in no
number
time.
3.
Kicks it.
This is taken near the 13.
And scored, and I can't do
And
nothing.
he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline
Block,
because
Miles.
that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down and 4.
There we go.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Shot, man. Hop right over that.
No call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
You got all day. You got all day to throw it.
All game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Leonard Fournette just went number 4.
Third down, but it's
took the wrong running back.
Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let it go. Oh, wow.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Dude.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Man. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That would have been a touchdown.
Still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And
go for it. Like no, I don't care.
Right there.
He's not going to get there.
If I can't get a yard,
it was blown up in the backfield.
I deserve to lose. And I deserve to lose. This is garbage.
He is not going anywhere.
I don't know if I
they stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Gosh.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's probably a stupid move with me going for it.
I'd have to say, that was a
stupid.
Pretty good
I can't
run.
get a yard.
7, 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they don't give up a.
And he'll get in. Touchdown.
Freaking a yard. Can't get a yard on 2 carries.
Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Watch. Let's run the ball now. Watch how I get a yard.
Drive about to get started. Last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I can't get a yard.
We sat in meetings with coaches,
I didn't get a yard.
And they used the term complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Since when can I not get a freaking yard?
And help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They run it again with Chubb, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns.
3rd and 1, 4th and 1.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's what they were playing.
Good play. There's the Browns strike for 16 on the first down.
This is going to be bad. This is going to put me in 2nd.
In Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A toss play to Chubb.
Because once again, my fullback doesn't do anything. Got Chubb hurt.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
180. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ.
Dropped everyone again.
Taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finally gets stride. They got another first down.
Took me to almost the fourth quarter.
Because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd and goal. Mayfield, a quick slant caught.
Why didn't you get in the end zone?
Saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
See, I'm going to be dumb right here.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You got to deliver the ball.
I mean, there was no passing interference there.
Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Dance on him, Miles. Dance on him. Do something.
And that is sack number 17 for him now.
This dude ain't running at all.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game.
And I ain't mad at it.
That's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And
he caught that?
Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 34. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move.
Is that greedy?
They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people
wide open. What are you doing, Mac?
Can really generate big plays for
I didn't even hit the user.
And they're going to have another
user
first
stick.
down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
What?
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Miles.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Look at all those missed tackles.
Into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Oh, my gosh.
His second touchdown of the game.
That was three guys that got made. They got embarrassed. There's one. That was me. Oh, here comes 2. Oh.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie.
31.
Usually
your
rookie
constantly
season
getting
is a
shit out of his
continuation
shoes.
of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Oh, my.
So that drive spanned 5 plays.
Hey,
This
I think
one
what I might
tied
do,
at 14 now as he sends
I might
this
entertain
one
you guys
away.
with this phone
And it's
call.
capped off by the Baltimore score. This is
This
fielded
dude.
a couple yards deep.
Nice block, 10.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
3 minutes. We should not give them the ball back.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back to
I got to take Chubb out. He's slow.
Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah,
take him out, man. He ain't healthy. Oh, hold on. I don't want him coming in. Put Hiller there.
They really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went. No adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Hunt, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Thomas trying to
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
All right.
Getting down to the good stuff.
Speed it up.
All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
That's slant.
They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Mayfield finding Beckham.
He's still dropping the
10
linebackers
yards
back.
on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another
gotta
game
go
like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Trying to go deep with everything, man.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's
I thought that dude was running
down
a man.
to the 35.
Wide open.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to
Jarvis
have
is
to
about
burn
to
one
break.
there after giving up the first
I don't
down.
feel like I was part of the game
Some
plan.
good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
Why is Chubb in the game?
Now a stoppage.
See, and then he got hurt.
Chubb shaken up on the play.
I thought this was a third-string running back.
Affect him for the playoffs. We'll get a report.
I swear, man, if he's done for the year. Look.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Super annoyed right now. Just gonna run the ball. All right, whatever.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They run again with Hunt. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leads them to the 4th down now.
30 seconds left.
Field goal, don't you?
No
Run
question
down.
about it. Look at the clock.
Timeout.
Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Abdominal tear? Dude was limping. Abdominal tear.
Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Seibert's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
No timeouts. You got to get in field goal range.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here?
And yet, he still got behind everybody.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, my gosh.
One last shot for Jackson.
Once again.
This will be caught by Brown.
That was horrible time management. They should have spiked that.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
You try to call this angry guy?
Finish it off. You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both
demolishing the old Ellet High School.
So for the Browns, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Dang. Chick was 33 years old. Died.
My name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life's challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come up bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a man with you. I've been letting everybody drop. Take him out. Take him out. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Never brother better. You will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
4 weeks. Leaked out or geeked out. What is this doing?
Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dot. Focus on your position, cause know your spot. So don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reason. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat it. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legs. Man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. See that. On my niggas real good. We don't need to see that. It's pretty good when my team coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Okay. Where is the article?
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leathers. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this in Southwest.
Gonna wear those ugly jerseys.
Sell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more best though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sons, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they match up with the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU.
Juke me out my shoes. Oh, are you kidding me? First play of the game.
10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This is taken at his 4.
Remember, this is a game where
he'll get it up to about the
kickoff return
26-yard line
game for me
across
to
the
win.
25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Mayfield's going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
Don't break tackles like Chubb.
28. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, this dude got hurt.
Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 41, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's
come on. You guys got to make that block. Oh, now he's hurt. Dude, my guys are dropping like flies.
We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the run, this is Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Collarbone.
I call that play a success. Wow. A nice inside run. Sets
Dude, he's done.
Manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He ain't gonna come back and play the playoffs.
They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So it's the Odell Hoop Show.
The offense shows what they call a shot play,
Sprinkle
or
in
play where they're trying to get big yardage. Sometimes people just call it gadget plays. And you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete.
That's how bad.
Down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Having problems with
That'll move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of 12.
Wasn't going out to him. It was going to the guy coming up.
In last week's effort. 5 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that's going to be caught from Browns.
OBJ, touchdown number 1.
Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number 1.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that'll be incomplete.
I thought they were going to miss him.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long
He's trying to hit stick him. I thought, oh no, I'm about to miss him. I'm about to whiff and he's going to catch it.
For the Browns. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score.
Oh, come on, Mac. Wow, you just hurdled him. 2 things. Mac, you should be able to run with that tight end.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Why did they agree to stop before I switched to him?
Going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground.
Look.
You can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 73 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output.
It's the same play.
694 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Denzel can't tackle. 59 can't tackle. I switched to him to go to his stick.
Of the season. And boy, did the Bengals miss
Tackles
his
air.
They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy.
They should just keep running that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Gain of 6 there on 1st.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside.
31 got in there.
For big yardage.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Watch. 31, it's right there. Overruns the play.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. He's got his man. Boy, 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And once again, the Browns are back in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
That's a catch. What's the problem?
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. 13 games going on here this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave back the score.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
He need to start running plays or he gets outside.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
He's open.
Show him one thing, hit him with something
Oh,
else.
come on, man. You break a tackle
here,
here.
right
Go.
side. He hauls it in. 27 yards there, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I'm just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He'll be taken down.
Dude, every time I run play action in this game, I boot to wherever the pressure is.
Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is
there you go, Bradley. Okay.
And he gets it.
I didn't know where he was going, but he was open. So I said to the main.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Damian Rattling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on second and 8. Dalton. It completes it to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. 1st and 10. Here's Andy Dalton. Green brings it in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun again to Mixon.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing, Dalton got a man.
That should be 4th down.
Complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display.
Oh, then you jump off sides like an idiot. Nothing
think about turning it upfield. And able to find Gray.
That is only a Browns. Only in Cleveland. Yeah, that's why I call it my podcast. Only in Cleveland podcast.
The call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Another chance for Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw here. Dalton.
They give him a spot.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That would have been 4th and inches.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Man, why don't you get the markers?
Dalton gonna break the huddle.
And why don't you
1st and 10
measure?
And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. And Dalton to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All my life, running all my life. I don't blame him for throwing that play.
Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does.
I don't know if I'm going to run the clock out like I normally would with Chubb.
But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that gain yardage. How would you say it? Consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the
somebody get open.
End the game with your quarterback kneeling down.
Can we get a pass interference?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down.
First incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham.
There you go.
Man, complete. That one will
Stayed
go
in
down
bounds,
to
too.
33 yards on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the
Come on,
sideline
Hoop, what
after
are you
that catch.
doing?
That's a big game.
I was there when I had some yards on that.
Shy of the marker, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. How was that not a first down? That's what I'm talking about. They never give me the spot. All right, let's see. Ball is at the 34. So, obviously, it's almost a 32. That's a long yard, what they're saying. All right, I might actually agree with him this time. See, I don't know. Like, look. That's a measurement. I mean, never give me the benefit of the doubt. And you know I can't get a yard. So let's watch.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again with Hunt. Oh, no, they lost the football. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt.
I juked on a ghost.
Now the Bengals going to
the
signal
two's
for
gonna be
their
outside.
third and final timeout.
Got picked up.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
All right,
this is just simply excellent defense.
Picking at 12, Deshaun
Watts. To be
Watts.
alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is not going to get there.
Freaking missed it.
Short. It's no good.
Chip
and this
shot.
score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was actually smart to drop the ball.
With 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's do or die for Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, a final win here means they'll finish it.
So I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Hey, cause he gave me patience.
Scouting points are earned every week.
All right,
Use
playoff
all
time.
of your
Let's
points
see.
because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
8 weeks. So disappointing. Doctors have cleared Nick Chubb. A chance of re-injury. No. Start back up. I'm not even playing. Oh, really? Hey. Be right back. Before I start this game.
Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm time to bring the bass dirt.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'ma praise those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points and guard.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big scam, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.